Hey, how's it going? I'm Angelo, homeless filmmaker in LA, living in my car for 18 months now. I don't know if it's been 19. I am in the Sun Space performing arts venue, which the owner very nicely lets me use to edit my videos and just work. I don't think he'd care if I was just watching videos all day or something. I did watch more than a couple episodes of the Three Stooges here, and I work on my screenplays here. I've been working on that for hours today, dissociating a little bit today, and just didn't get up early enough. Was in bed. I got up by like 6:30, but I like to get up earlier. I just a moment ago stopped filling out a job application. I'm like, this is miserable. I can't do this. Now, what happened was, I've been thinking all day, man, how am I going to survive this month? What am I going to do? And then soon, you know, these accounts I owe money on, like my credit card and stuff, they're going to be collecting again. And I'm like, okay, I got to look for merchandising jobs. That's something I've always considered. You're putting stuff on store shelves. I fill out this one for American Greetings or something. It's like greeting card, or not greeting card, but it's like cards for any occasion. And it said like 5 to 10 hours a week, 15 bucks an hour. I'm like, all right, that's enough to just let me survive. Not even necessarily pay my credit card bills, you know, once the minimum payments start being active again. But it'll be enough to just get by. Whatever happens with the credit cards, if I can't pay them, if the bank tries to pursue it, what are they gonna do? Where are they going to get the money? And I filled out the application, took a few minutes, real simple stuff. It's not, you know, terribly complicated. Again, only working a few hours a week, like 5 to 10 hours a week. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. And then it got to the assessment. I'm like, oh, this should be easy. And the assessment is, it's a series of like tests of what would you do in a situation that comes up in the store, and you have 4 possible choices, and you pick one is the most likely thing you are to do, and one is the least likely thing you are to do. It's hot in here. And the thing is, all the choices were like, seemed pretty good. It's really testing you because there's not like an obvious bad choice. They're all like dealing with customers, except maybe one that wasn't. It was like your coworker's having trouble explaining something to a customer. What do you do? Is like, and the first option is like, go over, offer to help, and let them know you can help if they need it. 2, watch and see if they need help. 1 is just let them learn on their own. If they lose the sale, that's like they'll learn a good lesson. So that one I wouldn't do. And another one, something vaguely similar, like, oh, call a manager and explain that maybe the employee is better suited to another position. And I wouldn't do that either. And there was and so I got through a few of these, and I'm like, man, pretty much all of these involve dealing with customers. I thought merchandising wouldn't have to deal with that. And on top of that, the last question, it was, it said, it's the day before Valentine's Day, and the Valentine's section is a big mess, and it's been very busy. But now you've just seen it's a big mess, and now you got to head over to your next store. What do you do? Here are the 4 options. 1 was like, clean it as quick as you can and move on. 1 was call a manager, ask what they want you to do. 1 was just stay there, clean it, and then figure out how to work out your schedule later, which I wouldn't think you'd want to do. I also think you probably wouldn't want to call a manager. They probably don't want to be bothered. And then another one, and I'm like, these all seem almost the same to me in that there's no good answer. And if this is the kind of shit I'm dealing with on this job, even if it's 5 hours a week, fuck it, it's not even worth it. But it's not that I even decided that. What happened was, I looked at it, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, I don't even know how to answer this. I looked through some other stuff, whatever. I looked up other merchandising jobs in the area. I'm like, damn, some of these are tough. 165-pound kegs you're lifting for like beer companies. And I'm pretty sure I can't lift that. Maybe I can like drag it, but I guess I could deadlift it. Nah, I don't think so. No. So I'm like, man, these other companies, these are tough too. Or they're a little farther out of the area. And then I was like, oh, I still have this open. I'm like, close out. I don't even know how to answer it. So what do you want? You know, I don't give a shit. And if it's, and I know the manager wouldn't want you, or they wouldn't want you reorganizing your schedule because they already organized it a certain way and there's already pressure everywhere. So I'm like, well, I guess there's no good answer. Screw you. Not that I was mad about it. I was just like, I was disappointed. I was like, oh, damn, what am I going to do? What other jobs can I look up? I don't know. Really don't know. And today's not great. I'm dissociating. I was pissed off because I just didn't. It was weird just getting up to exercise this morning, and I didn't really exercise. One, I was kind of sore, and but the other is I got up a little late, and my jacket, the zipper broke, and it makes it hard to do burpees when my zipper breaks because I got to hang up my jacket. I've got a bunch of stuff in the pockets. If I do burpees, it's going to slam down on the ground, the stuff in my pockets in my jacket that won't zip up, and it eventually it rubs on it and cuts holes in them. It's already been starting to do that. So I have to hang it up, and I didn't like doing that because the sun was already coming up and I was going to be all burned up from the sun. So, but that's okay. I've been working out hard and eating really healthy the last 2 days, 3 days. I actually feel good eating salads for once. Now that I got my food stamp card reloaded, which I'm glad about, I was able to buy these chicken salads, big ones from Jack in the Box. I always overlooked it. I never realized they had it. Kind of hurts my stomach, all that lettuce, after not eating it for a while. But it's good. I got that and went to a 99-cent only store, got a bunch of like fish products and stuff. They had muscle milk there for $1, so I'm like, that's great. Save a ton of money even over the grocery store where they kicked me out for shitting and flushing the toilet too much. But I don't know what to apply for now. I'm not sure what to do other than save as much money as humanly possible, hope a stimulus check gets passed. I'll keep looking for gigs, but man, film gigs are so slow. I'm willing to take a film gig that's like 1 or 2 days or something. I don't want to take a feature because you're on so long, people get so tired and they get sloppy and they don't follow rules. And that's inevitable. I may not too, or at least I may not realize, oh, I'm risking exposing myself somehow, you know, to this infection. So I'm watching, and I did apply to one thing, but the thing is, if you don't apply within like the first hour, they're getting so many applications, it's pointless. I've had good luck applying for stuff when I applied right away for film gigs, but also there's not many film gigs posting now. In LA, just after they're trying to reopen stuff, governor ordered a bunch of stuff closed down again or restricted service, and the restaurants that had like table seating inside, now they've put away their chairs and tables. And I read one restaurant paid like $40,000 to redesign their indoor seating, and then 5 hours later they were shut down after they reopened. So if you got $40,000 to spare, don't waste it on all that stuff. Just let me, I'll help you figure out what to do with it. I'll help you spend it. Yeah, I obviously can't afford a haircut. This is the longest my hair's been in my adult life. I would love to just have the number 4 setting on the electric razor and just buzz my hair. So it's like not even an inch long for the most part, but I can't afford a haircut. I can barely afford driving anywhere. Thank goodness my car is holding up. This Toyota Camry. I checked the radiator again the other day. Radiator's still full, so it hasn't been losing any coolant. Thank goodness. After weeks, I should check the oil too just to make sure it's okay, but pretty sure it is, because I've checked it before after, you know, a few months and it was still good. So maybe it needed a little bit capping off, but I've got some extra in my car if I need it. So try not to let this get the best of me, all this pressure and stuff, and you know, can't control it. What can I do other than keep generating material and activity and my script's still coming along. Still doing. I'm feeling better about it. And now that I've finished another draft of just the outline, and the key to outlining, or I won't say the key to outlining, one of the keys to outlining, or one of the key benefits of outlining, that's what I meant, is when you come across something and you realize, oh, I should put something in here, but you know also, because you've read enough screenplays by this point, which I'm doing now, I'm going back to reading Charlie Kaufman's Human Nature screenplay, directed by Michel Gondry, one of his lesser known movies, is that when you put something in there, you usually have to set it up somehow earlier. The beauty of an outline is you do that at step 70, 80, 90, 100 in the screenplay. You know, oh, okay, I got to go back earlier and set it up somewhere. Either add a new step in between two other steps, or just incorporate it into another moment. Simple. So I'm like, okay, that helps fill out this story, make it more vibrant, whereas stuff was really low resolution. It was like looking at a mountain range, you know, through a screen door, and it's all fuzzy and stuff. It's getting clearer, still just an outline, but now that I finished another draft of it, I'm just gonna wait and try and get up earlier tomorrow, exercise, but also I'm going back to reading screenplays, getting more information, and I want to get writing other screenplays. I get so frustrated feeling like I can't do anything, and that's the worst, when I feel like I'm not going to write anything. So I want to start making, now that I've done that, just want to take a little bit and make notes and outline another screenplay that I'm thinking about. Not even outline it yet, just take notes. And yeah, get the beginnings of an outline, and then come back to this one and see, okay, now what do I think about it? And I still got questions when I really get critical of it, and I'm not just enjoying it and thinking, okay, does this work? Do these just slow down the story? What are we not answering here? Is this character's potential realized, you know, in this scene and the whole story or not? How can it be rearranged? How can we make it more dynamic, you know, with really high highs, if that's what it calls for, and low lows, which stories often call for, and certainly this one does, and I think all my screenplays will. And how to bring these characters to their lowest points, and yeah, go back to just reading more screenplays, and it is hot. So again, I'm in the Great Sun Space. Look them up. I'll put their links in the description, Facebook and Instagram and Twitch, because they do live streaming on Twitch now that they're shut down and we don't have live events here. It's man, I miss it. I used to come here every week for shows. I would do my own sort of performing, but it was just I would play my videos there and then just say something about it, say something funny about the video or whatever. And yeah, man, just surreal that I don't see shows here anymore. This place is empty. I don't see people here anymore. So I'm still gonna try and think of some jobs, or look at jobs in the valley specifically. I'm not trying to drive all the way out to Santa Monica, which is like 30-40 miles from here, or somewhere else far out. It's not gonna be worth it. Hopefully still have time to write and everything. I don't know what I'm going to do, because when are the libraries going to reopen, and will it even be safe to be in there, and all this stuff. Man, I can't believe I used to know what it was like to go to the library and work on my laptop. Now that's gone, but thank goodness I have this here. All right, I'm going to get back to work.